Welcome back to Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins here, going over incredible video shot by private investigator Joe Rodriguez in Los Angeles. He speaks with us. We'll get to it right now.
This is Joe Rodriguez from Joe Rodriguez Malibu UFO, or Joe Rodriguez UFO on YouTube, videotaping something strange up in the air.
Joe, we're here with Joe Rodriguez on Skype. He's there in Los Angeles. We're here in Hawaii. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hello, welcome, Blake and Brent.
Hey, well, we got this, footage. I call it quite strange. I'm not exactly sure what it is. All I know, it's not a balloon, it's not an airplane, it's not a drone, it's unidentified. And that's what we're sharing right here at Third Phase of Moon. Joe, what got you to look up in the sky? Joe's a private investigator. He shared footage in the past for quite a few years now to Third Phase of Moon from his stakeouts. You know, he's a private investigator, and he gets some pretty good jobs on location. Is this another stakeout that you were at and you witnessed this strange object in the sky?
Yes, this morning I was in a city called Rancho Cucamonga. I know it sounds funny, but Rancho Cucamonga in California, I'd say about maybe 60 miles from Los Angeles, east of LA. And I was on a stakeout. Then at about maybe 10 a.m., it was a cloudy day today. So about 10 a.m. or so, I saw this apparition is what I call it. Demonic apparition, that's what I call it, right? But I saw something up there, so I videotaped it. With my cell phone this time, I couldn't use my my video camera because it had some other footage that I couldn't mix, and it was a quick thing too. I didn't want to take my eyes off of it and then change cameras or whatever, so I just used my iPhone.
Well, you know, it does look like an apparition. We're zooming in on this object right now. We're going to be adding some brightness, contrast, seeing what this thing's all about. One thing that struck me right off the bat, I could tell in the first few seconds, is that this thing is absolutely, you know, rock solid staying in the exact same area. It has its float, like it's very lightweight. You would have thought that it would drift somewhere if it was something that was, you know, just drifting in the air, but this had like a lock-on stable lock onto wherever its location is, almost GPS-like.
Exactly, it stayed in one spot. That's what captured my attention. It stayed in one spot, and it moved in different directions. And I've seen those before. That's why I focused on it, and I stayed watching it, because I've seen these before. And I figured it's got to be something interesting. I mean, I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. It could be a helicopter, swamp gas, balloons, who knows what, maybe demons, I don't know.
Well, you know, it's quite interesting that you say balloons. Balloons, again, would be kind of floating along, you know, where the air current's going. In this case, again, it stays in one place for, you know, almost a couple minutes, and then basically kind of then moves away where you kind of lose sight of it. It goes into the clouds. Is that what happened afterwards?
Yeah, it kind of moved away a little bit, and I just lost sight. I couldn't find it anymore.
Well, I know you were undercover at that time. Were you concerned maybe, hey, let's start pointing up in the sky and telling the people, hey, look, what's going on? Or you didn't want to blow your cover where you're at?
I couldn't. I wish I could have done that, but I couldn't. I was waiting for someone to leave so I can follow them. So I had to keep one eye on my subject and one eye on the apparition.
Well, whatever it is, Joe, it is interesting. We're going to share it on Third Phase of Moon. Let the people decide what it is, and if they've seen anything like it, hey, film it. If you have filmed it, submit it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. I want to speak with Joe right now in regards to some of the other videos he's captured in the past over there in Los Angeles, and we're looking forward to going up there on location again, and we'll be meeting up with Joe and maybe do a UFO hunt, or as he calls it, maybe, well, demons in your sense. They're not extraterrestrial. But let's... Yeah. You know, let's talk about this one where the Los Angeles PD, the LAPD showed up while Robert Bingham was doing this summoning event, and 2 police officers pulled over and basically inquired what was going on. What happens next? Let's roll the video.
Yes, they were asking questions. They wanted to know what was going on, and I remember they were looking through our equipment, and one officer, the female officer, was asking if it was a satellite or a planet. but it was clear that it wasn't. So they were surprised, and then after a while, the male officer, I saw him on the cell phone. I don't know if he was calling his captain or his grandmother, I have no idea. But it was interesting, very interesting.
And then the second one that we're going to go to right now is this other encounter you had that lasted for a little while, and then you were dubbed the Gumshoe from, I think, the Mirror magazine over there in the UK. Gumshoe investigator, private eye, captures strange lights in Los Angeles. It's quite interesting. You're coming across these UFOs while you're doing these private investigations.
That's right. That's when I became international. Well, what happens is this. Sometimes you got to be watching your subject, and you get tired of looking at the same area all the time, so you got to clear your eyes and look somewhere else. So I looked up, and that's when I saw that bright light, which was not swamp gas or balloons or a helicopter or an airplane. I have no idea what it was. But I have plenty of time to wait and just look around, and then of course I look back at the subject, make sure he doesn't escape on me. But that's how I catch these things. So maybe people are just not looking up enough, and these things are up there. Again, it's in the Bible where there's going to be apparitions in the last days. So I'm thinking it's demonic apparitions, as I've always said, right? So I have no idea what they are.
Well, right now, let's take a look at this video. I think it lasts, approximately 2 minutes or so, and we'll be right back.
Just sitting right there. Go to Joe Rodriguez Malibu UFO or Joe Rodriguez UFO. Whatever it is, it's just sitting right there, not moving. Same location, same spot. Go to Joe Rodriguez UFO or Joe Rodriguez Malibu UFO on YouTube. The date today is May, I believe it's May 23rd. Joe Rodriguez UFO or Joe Rodriguez Malibu UFO. And these are apparitions from demons trying to confuse the masses into thinking that there's gods from other planets and what have you. But there's only one true God. That's the closest I can zoom to it using my iPhone.
Okay, now Joe, after looking at this video again, you know, the raw uncut, it's kind of interesting that, again, this thing just absolutely did not move at all. It stayed in that exact same place. Whatever it was, you're calling them demons, I call them, maybe it's a biological entity, some kind of interdimensional being. I know there are strange biological phenomenon that live in the sky. We already know that. They're up in the stratosphere. So is this some kind of life form? I'm not exactly sure. Joe?
My opinion is that we don't know really what's out there, but we do know what the Bible says. We do know that people are going to be bamboozled in the last days. Many people are going to be told that there's gods out there and what have you. So it's about taking people to the wrong path, is my opinion.
All right, Joe. Well, any last words? I know I look forward to meeting you in person. Maybe you could show us some of, you know, your on location, you know, stakeouts and investigations. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Optical illusions at jrodillusions.com.
Hell of a magician, no doubt about it.
Okay, and PI, of course.
We want to thank Joe Rodriguez for sharing his video right here at Third Phase of Moon. And if you've captured anything amazing, submit it to us via Skype, Facebook at Third Phase of Moon. We're standing by. Keep your eyes on the skies, people. We're not alone. Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.